Just start it.
That's what I fucking thought, idiot. So keep that in mind.
Yeah, hey, forget I asked. That'll definitely do.
Ew. Join the Discord.
It was the least fun I've ever had playing this game.
A small but vibrant and extremely humble community.
No, I've seen the sleeves, but I'm like, you said you're suiting up and then you put your sleeve on. Thank you for saying that.
Because I'm a demon on the keys.
Next thing I know, we're both dead. I immediately left the lobby.
In Vietnam.
What are they playing for? Are they playing to win?
Stay humble.
Stay humble.
We are live. Welcome to the Dropshot, the voice crack, episode number 78. My name is. This is actually, it's episode 70. 8 days, 1 hour, 56 minutes, and 22 seconds until Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War releases. My name is Casey, also known as Razinon. I am joined, as always, by my good friend Tanner. Tanner, say hello to everyone.
What's going on, everybody? How you guys doing?
Not fucking much. I'm doing pretty good. By the way, dude, would you want a floodlight like I have? So your room can look better.
I was gonna get one soon anyway, so I want to turn off the lights back there and just have the one light on, and then keep like a lamp on.
But
or
you need
something.
like a color light, because right now you look like you're in a Soviet era maternity ward.
Yeah. Okay.
It's
wait.
just
What is
the
yours?
worst thing I've ever seen.
What is yours? What do you mean?
What do you mean? What is mine? Where do I look like?
What is
I
your
am?
flood? No, you have a colored light. What are you saying?
Yeah, it's just a floodlight. I'll show you. It's just like a 50-watt floodlight, and you just change the color of it with one of those dumb little controllers. Look, you just change the. Here's the remote for it. You just turn it on. You can increase the brightness. You can change the color. See? It's focusing shortly.
Yeah, give it to me.
Yeah, so.
I'll have Gabriel Solperez pick it up when he's
so you're gonna
doing
have
the
to knock
exchange.
off. You're gonna have to knock off, of course, the cost of it, which was $835 from the.
Was it? That's
purchase.
good. So I'm gonna have to pay you.
wash.
I'm gonna have to pay you. Yeah. Okay.
We'll call it a wash. No, I'll give you a deal. You're my friend. Welcome to the podcast, guys. Sorry for that intrusion. We have an episode today. We have something to talk about.
Do we?
Toward the end. That is something I've talked about a lot. I'm like fucking Nostradamus, of course. And this evening we will, in fact, get into it. And ask me if I'm going to gloat. Yes. Too late. Already answered. Of course I'm going to gloat. But we'll get there. So, for now, I would like to say, first, a couple of announcements. Welcome to our new patrons, our new supporters of this program. Daz Otto. Okay. Survivor 21. Todd D. Infidel. Okay. And Roman. Welcome, boys, to the Patreon. Patreon.com/thedropshot for bonus EPs per month. And you get access to all the past bonus episodes. So we're at like 12 or 13 now. So you'll just immediately have so much content, right? For $5 per month. And now's a good time.
Or 20.
Because it's first of the month or fourth. Time is an illusion. Or 20. We have another tier available. But patreon.com/thedropshot. You can see the deets there. Also, Bud Reds. Thank you for the offline sub. Logitech Median, the offline gifty boy. And a lot has happened. Beachy with the 1,000 bits. Untainted 355. Jesus, dude. Rune 502. King Camper with the 7 months. One of our oldest. He is one of our oldest listeners, of course. But also, he's been subbed the longest out of many people here. Shout out to the boomers in the chat. King Camper, 7 months, thank you. And Papa Shido with the gifty boy as well. Let's go, dude. Boys, thank you very much, dude. Jesus. Beachy, Untainted, Rooney Boy, Camper, Papa Shido. Honored, humbled, and privileged. Lots of support, and we do appreciate it this evening. So thank you guys. Much love. Tanner, any announcements from you?
Yes. Zerosio, thank you for the offline sub. Mr. Logitech, thank you for the offline gifty boy. And I don't remember if I said this on Saturday, but Slivo, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Let's fucking go. I think I may have announced that. I don't know. It was on that day, so I don't remember. We were drinking, so
we did drink on amount. So
in case you don't remember, we were drinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, boys. Appreciate it.
How did you enjoy the Halloween stream? That was our. It's crazy.
Oh, it was fantastic.
Because it was a long time ago. It feels like, but that was our longest episode to date.
Yeah.
It was
this week.
It was a set until, of course, this Saturday, which we will get into. I had a great time. Our costumes were very well received by most. I think some people were mauling about yours specifically.
Oh, of course they were.
But I don't think anyone had the balls to say anything, right? They didn't have the balls.
Yeah. At least 4 of them went on powered GPU immediately after they saw that, and they started building a computer,
that
right?
Is, of course, true, yeah. And, well, when you're 15, it's hard to get the balls to, say anything. They just... That's the noise they make.
Nobody is
Xbox
15 and
controller.
watching us. So
that's also a good point. Anyways, yeah, it was a great time. I had fun. How'd you feel Sunday?
I felt fine.
I felt not great.
You should try drinking water at some point.
Yeah, I've never had water before, right? It never occurred to me to drink water, so thanks for the suggestion.
You still haven't figured it out, so.
Thanks for this suggestion, doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Halloween stream was super fun, though, so thank you all for listening, being here. I had a blast. It was almost 4 hours on the nose, by the way. We called it. And by the way...
it was like 4:04, huh?
Yeah, it was like 4:04. Speaking of which, guess what's going to be a longer episode? Right?
What if it's not actually longer? Are we going to force it?
No, I'm not going
to be longer?
No. You can't force something to be longer than 4 hours. If it's 4 hours at all, you're like trying to get through it,
Yeah.
So...
True.
I was tired, but I was also so blood red mad. That's part of the reason we order it that way too, is because the more tired we get, the more outrageous the bad things are. So it just takes my energy up one more level, dude, where I'm just fucking screaming at my mic, which we of course saw last week. But Tanner, what's going on this Saturday? Because we're changing things up a bit. Is that correct?
Yeah, so this Saturday I decided, Raz has been saying it for a while. It's my turn to do the scamming, right? So I'm going to host the pod this Saturday. We're going to get everything set up over these next couple days. It should be really fun. This will only be my second one I've hosted. Other one was with Jake Down, of course. Hosting on my channel.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not doing anything else. Yeah, you can do it all, and I'll take the gifted subs.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at, right?
Yeah.
So that'll be this Saturday. Excited for that. Not much else to say. Saturday, same time. It's gonna be.
It's highlighted, so. Definitely more to say.
Well, I thought that was further down in the notes.
It's not, so go ahead.
This was the other thing. Is this gonna be our last time playing? Well, is this going to be our last time playing anything related to Modern Warfare on stream?
There will be a pod Warzone next Wednesday, yeah. But
okay, so you're just going to do it solo or something?
I don't know. It's going to be our last time streaming this game together. Besides Saturday.
Well, we're not counting
Saturday
Warzone.
We might not.
Yeah, that's true. We'll see.
Maybe we will.
We'll see where we end.
We're going to do terribly.
Oh.
It's going to be the worst stream we've ever had.
It'll be 4 a.m. for most people watching. So we won't have any viewers.
So.
But yeah, and on top of that, we have the giveaway, which was sponsored by Mr. Salmonella, of course.
Who is in the chat?
So the giveaway that we're doing, yeah, Sal's in the chat, by the way. The giveaway that we're doing, you have to be following me on Twitch, twitch.tv/Tanner Dropshot, and you have to be there live. We're going to do the giveaway during the announcements, I believe. Is that correct?
Yeah. So we're going to do it. We're going to do a couple like small announcements, and then we're going to do that in the announcement section. So it'll be toward the beginning of the pod, realistically, it'll probably be at like 7:15, 7:20. But I'm not waiting. So we're not waiting. So if you're not here and we draw, you missed out. So just be there for the beginning of the pod. Be there at 7. That's what I would say.
It's going to be something in chat where it's like you join the whatever it's called. I don't know how it works. I haven't done one yet. You join like a little giveaway in chat and it enters your name, and then I select it and it picks a winner. So that's how we're doing it, right? So we're going to give away a copy of the game.
As far as you guys are concerned, it's very
another
easy.
Ultimate Edition.
Just be here live. You're going to type !seamless or something in chat. We'll decide the code word, or it's not even a code word, but the command. It enters you in a raffle, and then the machine picks it.
Yeah.
And you're also going to get bonus points for being subbed to Tanner. There's a way that Streamlabs does this, where if you're a sub and you enter a raffle, it'll count you like twice. So maybe sub, maybe sub, because you've wanted to anyway. So you might as well sub, and then you'll have a better chance of winning than the non-sub peasants.
Exactly.
So
exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, very excited.
Yeah, so that'll be on Tanner's channel. The format of everything's going to be basically the same as far as you guys are concerned. Like, you know, whatever. I'm still going to talk more. It's just, you can't stop me from doing that, right? So it's going to be the same. And if you listen, it's going to be exactly the same. But for those of you who want to enter the giveaway, it's going to be on Tanner's channel. So don't fucking... So figure it out. Don't forget. Go follow him now so you don't forget to later. And that is that. And then there will be a pod next Wednesday, but Tanner will not be here. I might get a guest host on. I'll talk to some people. I might not. There's not going to be too terribly much, I don't think, to talk about on Wednesday, to be honest. There is a big announcement that's like rumored to be happening. Fill me in, Tanner.
What?
Well, you're groaning, right? So what are you groaning about?
No, I just mean, I think there's going to be a lot to talk about because they still have to announce before the game releases what they're doing for the level progression system. They said they were going to announce it before. So there actually will probably be a ton of stuff to talk about. But I won't be here. So for me, this Saturday, I'm like very excited for this episode because it's going to be the last one. Then by the time I get back, I'm going to immediately start playing Cold War, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So.
Yep.
This is like Saturday is like the ending of Modern Warfare for me.
Yeah. Yeah. Realistically, it is for both of us too. Like, I don't know. I might stream it a little bit next week, but whatever. I mean, again, 8 days, 1 hour, 44 minutes, and 42 seconds. So that's where my head's at. Yeah. And then we're going to be doing our last Cold War giveaway on the 11th, which is like 2 days before the launch of the video game. And this is sponsored by Deacon Cheese. DEACANCHEESE, one word. He started streaming recently. He's been very generous. Black Ops Cold War Ultimate Edition giveaway. So follow him on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. He's an adult, so his handle's the same everywhere. Deacon Cheese, one word. So thank you, Deacon. And to win this one on the 11th, which will be Wednesday, 1 week from the time of recording this, because we usually do them on Saturdays, but we're going to do this one on Wednesday because it's like right before the launch of the game. It's going to be the same as winning Tanner's giveaway. You have to be here live. I'm giving bonus points to subs, and then I'm drawing it from the people who are literally in chat at the time I do the drawing. So your odds for these are, by the way, are quite good. Like the last giveaway we did, we had about 180 entries. Right now in chat, we have 41 people. So your odds are already like 3 times as good. A little more than that. A lot more than that. 4 times. More than 4 times as good, actually. Quick maths. So definitely be here live if you want to win one of those copies, because it's going to be on the next 2 pods, and then we're done with it for a while. So for the rest of you, because there have been probably 5 other people who have messaged me saying, hey, I want to give away the game. I don't have enough time anymore. At this point, I don't have the time. Sorry. I can't do it. It takes a surprising amount of time to fucking do these giveaways. Because I have to like schedule it. I have to announce it. I have to draw it. I have to like gather your links to plug them. I have to enter you all onto the fucking list. I have to contact you afterward. and then I have to go through the fucking parlay of how do I send you the game. It's more time consuming than it sounds. And I don't have time anymore, and we're done. So we're giving away one more on Saturday. Maybe if someone gives us money right then and there, maybe we'll do another one. But even that I'm not doing forever, because Saturday is going to be a long enough episode as it is. I don't want to fucking shoehorn in a bunch of giveaways. And then Wednesday we're doing one more, and then we're fucking done with Cold War giveaways. We're done with giveaways, period, for a while. They will come back, but not right away. Not anytime soon. Not until I quit my job. How about that? Because it's too time consuming. And there are other things I could be doing to make this a better community for you guys, besides fucking copying and pasting from a Discord message to a notepad like an absolute asshole. So, with that said, to everyone else who has messaged me saying, hey, I want to give away a copy of the game, thank you. I very much appreciate the generosity, but I can't do it anymore. However, I will say this. If you are insistent on wasting your money on this program, I would tell you, I would ask of you to send it anyway, because we have finalized talks with a company, a team of website creators, and they are sending me an invoice tomorrow, I believe, or tonight, to get that started. So if you guys want to piss away your money, then hey, we are open to it, because making a website is, I've learned, quite expensive, actually. Yeah. And I'm not super thrilled about it. I thought it was going to be less money, but that's fine, because the website's also going to be...
I thought it was going to be 10% what it is.
Maybe. Yeah, whatever. It's a lot of money. So we can use all the help we can get on this, to be honest. It's a lot more than we expected. We can swing it, but it's going to be tough. So if you guys wanted to, again, waste money, hey, just donate cash, and it will go toward building this website. We're going to do it either way, so we don't need you to donate. But I would appreciate it. It would help. Yeah. It would certainly fucking help. So you can do that if you want, or not. It's up to you. But no more giveaways. So, but thank you all for asking. And the website, by the way, I don't know how much I want to leak about what the website will entail, to be honest.
I don't think you should leak much.
Okay. Let me say this about the website, because yeah, I kind of want some of it to be a surprise, but the website is going to be fucking cool, dude. It's going to be interesting, and it's not just going to be like a website. It's going to have real fucking features that you guys will use a lot. Trust me, a lot. It's going to have a lot of fucking unique shit that you do not see on other websites. That's part of the reason it's going to cost a lot more money, but it's going to be worth it for us in the end. So we will spare the expense, for sure, but we could use help with it. Now, Papa Shido asked, is it $500? I wish it was $500.
Yeah, that'd be super nice.
That would be great. Try like $6,000. Try that. It's going to be about $6,000. I haven't added it up exactly, but it's roughly $6,000. But that's a testament to all of the shit it's going to be able to do. It's going to be really cool for you guys if you really like this podcast. It's going to make things a lot easier for you, and it's going to be more features for you. Real simplified. Everything's going to be on one spot, so we're very excited about it. But we could, again, use help. So that is that. Thank you. But again, yeah, giveaways in the next two. And then last thing I will say in the announcements, if you have any feature requests, so you're thinking to yourself, oh, they're going to make a website. It would be really cool if their website had this. Whatever that is, if you've thought of something, let us know in the Discord. I am open to suggestions, and it's not like set in stone. I can add to the site as it is being developed. So if you have feature request ideas or whatever, let us know in the Discord, and we will see about incorporating them. if they make sense to do, of course. So, and we would appreciate that because we're making the website for you guys. Hey, look, I don't need a fucking website, and I certainly don't need to spend $6,000 on one, right?
Certainly don't.
I could buy two 3090s for that price.
More than that.
and
you could buy
and a new
3.
360 hertz monitor. But instead, I'm spending it on a fucking website. So it's for you guys. So if you have feature requests, let us know, and we will do our best to incorporate them. Tanner, any other announcements?
Now he's definitely never quitting his job or moving out.
True, actually.
Thanks, Mom and Dad.
Tanner, any other announcements?
Nope.
Okay. Well, with that said, Papa Shitto with the 2,000 bits, Gododo with the 5 gifty boys, and I'm Malding, TTV Notoriety with the 60 United States dollars donation, and he says standard edition. Let's go. Thank you, boys. Papa Gododo. Appreciate the love and the support. I am deeply honored, humbled, and privileged. And Notoriety, I'm not kidding. I'm unironically going to refund that. I'm not doing another giveaway. Thank you, but I'm not doing it. So,
hold on. He said something in the chat after.
It would be cool if there's a hyperlink to go straight to G Fuel's website to instantly tack on the 0% discount code from you guys. True. Maybe we can work that in.
Yeah, can we get a black hoodie, please? Jesus. Give us a black t-shirt, a black hoodie. What are you doing, bro?
Okay. We will.
Nobody wants a fucking white hoodie.
Hey.
We aren't.
I have 2 of them.
We're not 100 thieves. We need a regular black hoodie.
Hey. Put it in the Discord suggestions.
Should I calm down?
Suggest it in the Discord. What did I just say for 20 minutes, Tanner? Put it in the Discord.
Where's the suggestion at?
Put it in the Dropshot suggestions and feedback. I've made a channel for this occasion. It's been there for a while. Co-host
it's
of
just
the podcast,
called feedback,
by the
but
way.
yeah.
I don't care. Okay, Notoriety said keep it. I said the giveaway ironically. Okay. All right, thank you, dude. Sorry, it's tough for me to keep up with chat when it's this fucking vibrant, dude. But in that case, thank you very much, man. $60 is a lot of scratch. I really appreciate it. That will be 1% of our website. So I very much appreciate that, sir. That is a lot of scratch. So thank you, dude. Very generous now and in the past. Thanks for sticking around, brother. For sure. And then Gododo, Papa Shitto, and everyone else as well. So without further ado, that is the end of our announcement. So if you were listening for the jingle, here it is. All right. Goated out, I'm sure. Goated out said, you just got the best suggestion right there, brother. So I'm like, oh, I'm curious what that was. And then I scrolled up and it says, I propose a live feed on the site that's just of Raz's webcam and it never goes off ever. Come on, dude.
Jesus.
Some people do that, actually. They have like sleeping streams and then they'll turn on their computer speakers. And if you donate, it'll play like a really loud sound that is intended to wake them up from sleep. And it's a great way to scam people. People actually do this and they get pretty good fucking money for it.
That's so funny.
Now,
we should do it.
No, you shouldn't actually. Okay. It's not worth a good night's sleep. I never get them anyway, but I certainly wouldn't get one with a fucking floodlight on and The Exorcist soundtrack blaring through my Klipsch speakers with, of course, an included subwoofer.
Wait, you have speakers in a sub?
Great computer speakers. Oh, dude. Oh, great
do you
computer
really?
Speakers. Of course I do. Of course I do.
Interesting.
Have you seen me jamming to metal on this program, dude?
I haven't plugged speakers into my computer.
Dude.
I'm not kidding. I haven't had speakers plugged into my computer since probably 2010, maybe 2008.
You just never.
I just always use a headset.
Even for like Netflix and shit.
Yeah.
Huge cap.
Well, I'm
You're
an
selling,
adult,
dude. You're selling.
I'm an adult. I use a TV. I don't watch Netflix on my 240 hertz monitor. Right.
Okay. Well, I don't. I do. I don't want really.
Get a TV.
It doesn't matter.
Get a TV.
Okay, I have one. It's to my left. Okay, real quick. Dirty. Jesus Christ. 2,800 biddies. Let's go, dude. Thank you, my love. I appreciate you, dude. Welcome back. That is a very thick, generous contribution to this program. So thank you, Dirty. I love you, dude, and I appreciate you. Deeply honored, humbled, and privileged. And without further ado, if you will allow me, boys, thank you again, Dirty, we will begin this program. So, first off, playlist updates. Not much here. iDub tweeted the playlist update. What objective, which is headquarters firefight. What? Can you see this tweet, Tanner?
Hardcore kills and...
Yeah, I actually don't understand what this tweet...
Why is some of it hardcore?
It doesn't make... It's probably not. HC might stand for something else.
Well, no.
They might have meant to type KC. Hills and kills. Kill confirmed hills and kills. It doesn't matter, right? 8 days left of this game. So I don't know what the what objective playlist is, and I don't care. So keep that in mind. But more importantly, Shipment 24/7 and Shoot House 24/7 are two separate playlists now. Do you expect that these will persist through the rest of the game's life cycle? And beyond, I should say.
I think they'll end up being in one playlist, actually. But yes,
Just like
I think they
Shoot the
will.
Ship permanently.
Yeah, I think it's going to be permanent. Shoot the ship.
Okay.
I mean, it's probably better if they're split up, but the player base is going to be dead in 9 days. So.
Yeah, for sure. I kind of like them, especially for multiplayer, dude. It's going to be fucking a barren wasteland. I like them when they're together. Because, like, Shipment constantly gets really old, but so does Shoot House. Because neither of those maps are good enough to have their own playlist. This isn't Nuketown. I could play Nuketown for 16 hours straight. And I'll have more fun on the last match than the first. But you can't say that with these. So, also removed Onslaughter and Gunfight. And then in Warzone there is Blood Money Quads, which is basically plunder. And then Warzone Rumble. Again, I don't know what that is, and I don't care. I'm so done with this game. I can't wait for it to be done.
Warzone's a separate game, so we're going to be playing it still next week.
Which we will, of course. Well, no, we won't. But we will get into what you just said.
We'll be playing it in a month.
I don't know who you mean by we, right? But it certainly doesn't include me. Because I cannot wait to be done with Warzone. But we will, of course, get into it.
Keep that in mind.
Patch notes, absolutely nothing other than the Halloween event is over. So if you didn't get your dipshit pumpkin growl or whatever the fuck it was, get shit on. It's never coming back. So you missed out. So it's gone. So keep that in mind. And now on to the fun and exciting portion of this evening's program. News and upcoming changes. First of all, you guys can all get a bunch of free shit. Now, is it worth getting? Maybe. You might as well.
Yeah.
Go to pontakespawn.com/deaddraw and then you type in a password. It is 1 pieces 9 and 8 play 1. Change it. So you can look that up on the internet. We got this from Charlie Intel's Twitter. The code. And then once you put it in, you get a bunch of redemption codes for free shit in Warzone, in Cold War, and in COD Mobile. It's free. You don't have to do anything other than enter that code and then enter the redemption codes, and then boom, it's done. I already did it. So for Cold War, you get a weapon charm, which looks like a rook, or excuse me, a bishop. Excuse me, it's neither of those. It's a knight. Yikes. Call me Gary Kasparov, by the way. It is a knight weapon charm, which is the horse. It's the horsey. It's the equestrian weapon charm.
A horsey boy.
And then it is a calling card with a bunch of zombies on it, which looks like a family portrait. It looks like Courage the Cowardly Dog if there was no dog and they were all zombies. So it looks nothing like Courage the Cowardly Dog. COD Mobile, I don't care. And then Warzone, there's actually quite a bit of shit. There is a pawn charm, a pawn sticker, a camo for the chopper, a blueprint for a weapon, looks like an AK to me, a calling card that looks like a 1980s arcade game, and then I think that's an emblem above the chopper. What am I looking at there, Tanner?
He looks like an emblem to me, yeah.
Yeah, emblem. So it's all free as shit. Just go to their Twitter and you can figure it the fuck out. It took me like 2 seconds. So that's that. Next up, Cold War campaign mission overview. Now, let me be clear. We're not going over this, but I thought it was worth mentioning that there are details on 3 different Cold War campaign missions that I believe Treyarch put out themselves. So if you wanted to get a sneak peek at what some of the campaign will entail, that is available for you to look at. We're not going to go through it, but we're just letting you know it's up. One of them, Exclusive Ace was talking about, called Nowhere Left to Run. Never mind. This is not what he was talking about. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Anyway, whatever. One of the concepts I thought I had heard about sounded cool, but I don't care. Do you have anything to say on this?
Nope.
Okay.
I don't care about them discussing campaigns. I'll play it when it comes out and I'll beat it. But anyone like overly excited for a campaign, like it's a Call of Duty campaign, whatever.
Agreed.
That's what I think about it.
Agreed. Yeah, it's not replayable, so I don't really care.
Yeah.
So, although it will be more in this game, but it doesn't matter. Also, same kind of deal here with zombies. There is a ton more info on what zombies will entail in this game. I don't know dick all about zombies, but people seem to be very excited about this. And people are saying that they like all of these changes or additions. One of the biggest things that I'm seeing is that this will be the first time that in zombies, you can start with a custom loadout.
Yes.
Which I think is pretty cool. My question is, like, do you start with your own perks too? Because didn't you originally get perks from the game?
So I think, let's see, do you start with perks? I was reading about this vaguely the other day because it's the same thing. A lot of this to me just doesn't make sense because we haven't been seriously into zombies ever, So it's like, I do want to get into zombies this year and learn all about that, but I don't know enough right now. But basically from what I read, you'll start with your custom loadout, which I don't think is your perks. I could be wrong. But you get your custom gun, and they said something about like, people may think that's overpowered, but your custom gun, by the time you get to like level 7 or 8 or something, isn't going to be as good as the other guns you can grab.
Like the ray gun and shit.
Well, just any other guns. But you'll be able to level that weapon up more and get more attachments for it, which is then going to increase the damage it does. But like once you get to a certain level, you can buy pretty much any random gun off the wall, and it's going to do more damage than your custom loadout does.
Interesting.
So they did like balance it in some way. It's not like you're going to have just this overpowered nutty gun right off the rip.
Yeah. And also, if they designed the game with the intention of allowing you to have a loadout, they're going to scale the zombies appropriately.
Exactly.
Like, yeah, it's not going to be like OP. It's not like a custom loadout in like BO2 zombies or something. So that'll be cool.
Yeah.
And with another thing that like what I was talking about with the perks, I think this is how I would guess they're going to handle perks. I'm almost positive of this. The perks that you can get, like Juggernog, all these other perks that you can like buy from like soda machines or gunball machines or whatever, are just going to be perks that don't exist in the game anymore, like Juggernaut. Like Juggernaut is an old school perk. It's super busted, so they took it out of the game correctly, I might add. because that is dumb. But now it's a zombies perk. So you can't load in with Juggernaut, but you can still buy it, and it's still worth buying, even with the custom loadouts, even if they allow you to have perks, which I'm very, very confident that they will. But again, we're not super zombie heads, so this is just another public service announcement that there is a ton of info on zombies out there. So if you wanted a sneak peek of that, excuse me, you could dive into the article that is, or maybe a couple even articles that have been written about what zombies will entail, and take a look for yourself.
Yeah, I just want to comment about what I was talking about. So with your loadout, you won't get any perks. You'll get one field upgrade, and then you'll get your single weapon with any of the attachments you want on it. But that weapon will be considered the lowest rarity, which is common. So it's not going to do a ton of damage, like I was just saying. Like once you get to a certain level, it's going to be terrible.
I see. Okay.
Whereas like you'll be able to get like a rare handgun probably at level 10 that'll do way more damage than your custom loadout did at level 1.
That's cool, actually. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
Are you excited for zombies? I'm not even trolling, dude. Just the fact that other people are so excited about zombies this year is actually getting me excited about zombies this year. Just because everyone thinks it's going to be so good, including you. Now I'm like, maybe this will be more fun than I thought it was going to be.
I just think, I think it could be fun for streaming specifically. And it'll be good. Like if Gabe's playing the game and Ben's playing the game, dude, that's going to be fucking fun, bro. All 4 of us playing zombies.
True.
That'll be extremely fun because I know they're both down for that. So I'm very excited. I mean, I don't think I'll touch zombies. I probably won't even play it for maybe a solid week. Like that, the first weekend the game comes out, I'm absolutely not playing zombies. I'm going to only play multiplayer, right?
Oh, of course
but
not.
We'll get into zombies. I would like to get into it relatively quickly.
Okay.
I don't need you anymore. I have Gabriel Saul Perez now, so
dude,
don't care.
By the way, we should mention Gabriel Saul Perez,
Covina, California,
Lyman Avenue, 29-year-old Hispanic male, friend of the pod, has received his Power GPU desktop computer in the mail today. We are excited about this, dude. And this is going to be fucking fun for the streams after the pod once he's got his shit all set up. Because he's unemployed, right?
He's unemployed.
He's unemployed, right? So he has nothing better to do.
So he has the worst sleep schedule you'd ever imagine. He works in here. He used to work in a restaurant before he went on unemployment. So, he wakes up at noon and he's up until 4 a.m.
Correct.
So he'll be gaming with us.
Yes. Which I'm very excited about. That's going to be fucking fun. And you guys are going to like it too. Because we've both known Gabe forever.
They'll
15
enjoy
years or something.
They will definitely enjoy Gabriel Saul Perez.
Gabe, dude. They're going to love GSP, dude. Gabriel Saul Perez. So we're very excited to have him finally on PC Master Race, which we've been asking him to do for literally 5 years or so.
Yeah.
So finally he's joining, which is great.
Yeah. I've been begging him for this since we stopped playing H1Z1, actually.
Yeah.
That was the last time I gamed with him, seriously, was H1Z1.
Yeah. So it's going to be great. We're very excited for that. So anyways, yeah, when he's on, when Benjamin Renard is on, friend of the pod.
Ben plays 1 hour a week.
Well, yeah. It'll be
Ben
fun,
plays one round of Warzone. Ben tells us he'll get in 1 round of Warzone and then say he has to go eat dinner and then never get back online.
Yeah,
so.
of course. And he won't say bye. He'll just leave.
He's never once said bye.
Yeah, he's never once said bye. So
I don't think he likes goodbyes.
Yeah. Well, yeah, of course. So anyways, that's that. But yeah, I'm pretty excited for zombies now. But yeah, not right away, like you said. Young Evan, 10 gifty boys. Let's fucking go. Read a book 1. Jesus, dude. Thank you, brother. Very generous, sir. I appreciate it. And for helping out with the merchandise giveaway. Young man, thank you very much. Honored, humbled, and privilege, sir. 135 subs in this channel. You're insane. Thank you, Evan. Love you, dude. Moving on here. This I got from Exclusive Ace, friend of the pod. He was going over one of the recently revealed gameplay trailers or whatever, and he noticed two things. Number one, the FAMAS will be returning for Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. And number two, the China Lake.
China.
The China Lake, which is not a new Intel processing architecture, but it is in fact, unfortunately, catastrophically, a grenade launcher. So FAMAS and a grenade launcher called the China Lake are returning. We don't know if the China Lake's going to be in multiplayer. It could just be a campaign thing. I doubt it.
It'll certainly be in multiplayer.
Yeah, probably.
Yikes.
Right. Yeah, probably. And then the FAMAS will also probably be a multiplayer. Although I do remember playing through like Black Ops 1 campaign. There were guns in the campaign that were not in multiplayer. So it's
That's
regular
so weird.
guns, like red guns too. It wasn't many, but I remember one of them was like started with an A, I think. It doesn't matter. So you expect
strange.
to see both of these in multiplayer? If that's the case, what are your thoughts?
FAMAS I'm very excited for. I don't think it's possible for them to make the FAMAS worse than it is in Modern Warfare.
True.
I think Treyarch will do the burst weapon justice. I think it'll be really good. Very excited. Again, we've said it numerous times now, but I hope it's something similar to a swordfish. That would be amazing.
How would a FAMAS and an M16, which we already know is in the game and in multiplayer, be like different? Like burst fire AR.
Good question. Maybe maybe FAMAS has more recoil or something. I don't know. Maybe one is better up close. Maybe
That's what I'm thinking.
maybe you could fire the burst quicker
Yeah.
refire rate potentially.
Yeah. I think the M16 is probably going to be the burst fire weapon that's better at longer ranges, and the FAMAS will be better at closer ranges. Like the
Okay,
FAMAS
yeah.
will have less burst delay, but it's also going to have like maybe a little more recoil and less damage range than that. Because the only reason I say that is the M16 in the beta, with very few attachments, by the way, seems to have a lot of damage range and was very accurate.
Yeah.
So I feel like if the FAMAS is even longer damage range and more accurate, that's going to be fucking insane. So I feel like the FAMAS would be therefore closer, but I don't know.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. And so for the grenade launcher, I decided to look that up as you first said. I didn't know it was called the China Lake. I never knew the name for that grenade launcher, but when I look at it, I just think of like a Vietnam era grenade launcher.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that's the grenade launcher you saw in all the Vietnam War movies.
Yeah.
So I'm not excited about that at all, especially if they add it in and it's like a secondary or something. Imagine running around with like a overpowered burst M16 and then having a grenade launcher in your second slot that one taps everybody.
Yeah.
With a splash range of 10 meters. One shot.
Yeah. The reason I'm not like super worried about a China Lake, even if it is a multiplayer, is because they already have the War Machine. So they're not going to make it as good as that, because the War Machine is like a kill streak.
True. Yeah,
so the China Lake's probably going to be actually not very good, honestly. And it is like that old school style grenade launcher that's just like kind of shit.
I think it only fires one grenade at a time, right? And then you have to reload it.
Yeah, like a musket. Yeah. So hopefully what they do is they make it like does a ton of damage to vehicles and does not do much damage to people. That's like my best case scenario for that China Lake. It's like specifically like an anti-vehicle secondary that you can kill people with, but you have to hit them like basically dead on.
Yeah.
That's what I would hope for. So anyways, we'll see. But that's courtesy of Exclusive Ace, friend of the pod. And now, oh boy, Oh boy. Where do we start with this next one, TDS? Warzone in Season 1 for Black Ops Cold War arrives in December. Now, there is a ton that has been written about. Many sounds have been made out of people's mouths about what this means. I am going to give you the basic rundown because I don't think it is worth meticulously detailing all of this shit. So here are the cliff notes. Bobby Kotick, CEO of Activision Blizzard, enemy of the pod. Text him at your discretion. He's so dumb to say that. Such a virtue signaling rat. Anyways, Bobby Kotick said, we're excited to fucking integrate Cold War into Warzone. However, we're not doing that on launch day. We're going to do it sometime in December. So if you guys remember, when Modern Warfare came out, there was the first season, but it wasn't called Season 1. It was retroactively called Season 0 by the time Season 1 came out. So Cold War is going to have a very similar thing. Launch day, it's going to be Season 0. And then sometime in December, we will enter Season 1, where a bunch of new content gets released. And then they say, hey, it's Season 1, and there's fucking confetti. At that time, which is going to be sometime in December, they are going to begin integrating, is the word they're using now, Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War into Warzone. Now, what does that mean? We've gotten a couple details. Number one is that in Warzone, once this happens sometime in December, you will be able to pick either a Modern Warfare loadout for your custom loadout or a Cold War loadout. Oh, okay. Well, if it was that simple, why was I worried? Oh, well, we'll get into it. But it doesn't stop there. What else do we know about this seamless transition now? Well, are they massively overhauling the engine, the mechanics, the sprint to fire speed? What are we doing with the engine? Can we still mount? Yes, in fact, because it is going to be on the same fucking engine it's on now. Which is, by the way, totally unsurprising and exactly what we said was going to happen. So, this seamless transition is only slightly different than what I had predicted. What we had both predicted literally months ago. Our prediction was they're either going to totally go to just Cold War everything, and that's going to be Warzone, and they're going to call it Warzone, and then they're going to say that was their transition. That was hypothesis 1. Hypothesis 2 was that nothing changes except they just add Cold War weapons to Warzone. We're a lot closer to hypothesis 2. What I did not account for or think that they would do is say you can use a Cold War loadout in Warzone, which is on the Modern Warfare engine. That is genuinely surprising to me. It's surprising because it's such a good idea that I hadn't even thought of it. Psych! Psych! It's a garbage idea. That's why I didn't think of it, because it's fucking dumb. It's dumb, right? What are the reasons it's dumb? Boy, let's get started. Cold War weapon design does not account for the capacity to drop shot, number one, nor does it account for the inability to mount your weapon. So some guns that are pretty good because you can mount, or pretty good because you can drop shot, get all topsy-turvy, and the weapon balance is real tough. Number two, what makes the weapon balance even more tough? MW weapons are balanced for a 100 health pool. Cold War is going to be for a 150 health pool. Now that's probably fine because there's armor in Warzone, so that kind of changes the calculus. But what if you're in the gulag or something? Or what if you don't have plates? Seems weird.
Well, obviously they're going to change it when they port it over.
Oh,
it's not just
great.
going to keep the same damage values.
Okay. Oh, great. Okay. Great. How are they going to change the ninja perk? Right? 'Cause,
Yeah.
See, I wasn't done listing all of the disasters here, right? And I'm not shitting on you, Tater. I'm just saying there are so many problems with this. How are we handling stim shot, dude? Because I don't know if you guys used stim shot in the beta. I used it a couple times. I've used it a couple times in Modern Warfare. They behave differently. They're both equipment. Right? One of them regens and you never run out of it. Another one you get 2 uses and then you're done. So what are we doing with stim shot? Is it going to be the speed of Cold War or is it going to be the speed of M-Dub? Great question, because they're not the same speed. And then I think the biggest problem...
It's going to be the same as what it is now. It's going to be the speed of Warzone. It's the same. The mechanics aren't changing. The only thing they're adding is the guns.
Well, they're also adding the perks, because you can pick your loadout.
And the perks.
Okay. So this is my nail in the coffin argument. How do we handle perks here? Why would I not use the ninja perk, which is effectively dead silence, except instead of requiring a field upgrade, you literally set it as a perk and you just have permanent dead silence. Why would I not use that Cold War class?
Yeah, I'm wondering if there's perks and stuff they're not going to port over, which is entirely possible. Because
the way they solve this in this game is that they have perks do different things. So like tune up, instead of charging your field upgrade, it makes you res faster. So they would either not allow it or change how it behaves, I guess. But go on. Sorry.
No, to say, like, J God tweeted something about that the other day too when all that info came out, and it made sense because he's thinking the same thing you are, obviously.
He was like hilarious.
He was like, guess I'm gonna be running the Lawbreaker perk, or guess I'm gonna be running Lawbreaker and Ghost for my first loadout and perk agreed for my second, so I can equip Ghost, Restock, Flak Jacket, Tac Mask, Dead Silence, and Gung Ho. Sounds like Warzone will be really balanced after the Black Ops integration. Obviously being sarcastic. So yeah, it's like even people like that don't fucking understand anything. It's just, I don't know. We were wrong about Warzone before when we said certain things were dumb. We didn't like the custom loadouts. We didn't think the game would last. Obviously, we were entirely wrong about that. But I just don't see how these things can be ported and all of this not make the game worse. I'm not understanding that. I don't think it's going to make the game any better. I think it's just going to make it worse. I don't know.
Yeah, no.
We don't need new weapons and perks. We need constant updates. We need map changes.
Yes.
We need more events. We need small map changes in between. We need stuff happening. Nobody's asking for more guns because it doesn't matter what you add in. People are going to find the one best gun and they're only going to use that. So it doesn't matter. Like none of that fucking matters. That's why I don't even. It's like obviously they feel like they need to port things over because this is like considered a separate title. So they want to keep using this for years to come. So it's like looking into the future. Then what's going to happen when COD 2021 comes out?
Another great point.
Are all of the Modern Warfare weapons just going to leave, and then it's just going to be Cold War weapons and COD 2021 weapons? It's just. I don't know. It's strange. I'm not sure how it's going to work.
You'll be able to choose from 90 blue perks for your custom class.
Yeah, exactly. And then COD 2021 will be a jetpack COD. So you can either run on the ground or you can jetpack around the map. You can pick whichever one you want.
Yeah, dude, it's so dumb. The wild card thing I had forgotten about. That's another good point. Why the fuck would I not use a wild card?
I mean, obviously he's kidding. I'm sure they won't have those in Warzone.
Are you?
But it was just funny to see. It's funny.
Are you sure?
Because nobody fucking understand. Yeah, I don't.
Infinity or Activision is so dumb that I might not put it past them. I don't know.
Yeah. Here we go. I will say this. Were we going to talk about the map?
Go ahead.
Map change?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I don't care about Warzone until the map changes, which isn't happening in December. Therefore, the game is still going to be old and stale, in my opinion. Like that is the biggest thing we need right now is a goddamn map change.
Yeah.
You know? It's like, I don't care about the weapons. I really don't.
That's such a good point because everyone's just going to find the best gun, and that's it.
They're going to add the Vietnam era vehicles in too. Drives a little bit slower, a little bit worse for the environment, slightly worse gas mileage. You can pick that or the
true
or the
handling.
Slightly worse handling.
It's a good
like what? I don't know.
It's so dumb. It's so dumb, dude. Like, yeah. The main point here is like, it's either not going to work at all. Like, if they're just going to allow Cold War and MW loadouts, and that's it, which is what they're saying. That's literally what they've said. If that's the case, no one will ever use a Modern Warfare loadout again. So then you'll just be playing with Cold War classes on an MW engine, which sounds retarded. But okay, I guess that's fine. It just doesn't make any fucking sense to me. Or they're gonna have to trim the fat so hard on what a Cold War class is allowed to do that it's not even really a change at all, which goes back to our hypothesis too, which was that all they're really gonna do is add in some weapons and maybe they'll add in some perks too. Also.
Yeah,
It either is going to be so busted that only Cold War is good, or it's going to be so like trimmed down the Cold War loadouts that then like almost nothing changes. Like either way, it's dog shit. Or here's my most likely scenario. Option 3, they are being so unclear that we're way off base. And we're only off base because they're being insanely unclear about what the fuck is going on. That is what I think the actual thing is. I think there's some big piece that we are missing that they just haven't told us about yet. And here's my main point. This announcement introduces more questions than answers. It actually answers nothing. I actually have less information on how it's going to change now than I did before they told us.
Yeah.
Like, it's actually so crazy. It's so crazy that you can be this, like, opaque with your messaging. It's insane. So, I don't know. Any other thoughts?
Again, I just change the map. Like what? Change the map, dude.
Dude, that's such a good point about the weapons. It's like you can have a million weapons. People are going to find the best one and only use that.
Say. Exactly. So the other thing, it's like, okay, so I'm going to have 39 different assault rifles to choose from, right? So 5 of them are going to be decent. 3 of them are going to be good, and everyone's going to be using one of those. So I'm going to have 40 different assault rifles, but they're only going to put 3 of them on the ground loot at a time until they do their 1 or 2 week updates. So I'll be picking between a Cold War M16, an Odin, or a 2 attachment Uzi.
Yeah.
You know, some dumb shit like that. I know an Uzi's an SMG, but you get what I'm saying. It's like, it doesn't matter how many weapons are there. We don't need more weapons.
Yeah.
There's plenty of weapons in Modern Warfare, surprisingly. Yeah. Something they did decently well. There's enough weapons. Believe me, I have them all gold because I have Damascus.
Yeah.
So.
Well, okay. We'll keep that in mind for sure. But yeah. Such a good point about the weapons. I didn't think about that, but you're right. It's like, dude, people use 3 guns in Warzone. Like, we don't want more. We want the fucking map to change.
Yeah.
Or something.
I've never heard anybody say, oh, I wish we had more weapons to choose from, or I wish Warzone had more perks. It's like, no, I don't, you know. Yeah. It's like they're just forcing this because they want it to be a standalone title, but it's almost like if you want it to be a standalone title, then just make it entirely different.
It has to be its own engine that has an anti-cheat if you want it to be a standalone title, I think. You're right.
Yeah, I don't.
Trying to shoehorn fucking Cold War loadouts into an engine that it was not designed for is so insane to me, dude. I hate this. I hate this. I hate this. It makes me so mauled. And here's my last thing to say on this. There is no universe where this is done seamlessly. 0%.
It's going to be chance. A buggy mess too.
Yeah, of course.
An absolute buggy mess.
Of course. It's going to be buggy as shit, and whatever direction they go in will not be a good one. Because there's no good way to fucking, like, just merge two different fucking games into one. It can't be done well.
Yeah.
It's an impossible task.
Yeah.
It's not that they're going to fuck up a task. It's that they're trying to do a task that is impossible to actually do well. So they're going to fuck it up because the task is impossible.
Yeah.
That's my last point on that. So dumb. So if anyone was excited by this information, there's your fucking red pill there. Also, weapons you unlock between 1 to 55 in Cold War will be usable in Warzone when that's integrated. And you can still use Modern Warfare content in Warzone. Again, you can pick between MDub or Cold War loadouts in Warzone when integrated. So fucking insane. And then we went over the engine. So yeah, that's that. Okay.
The only other thing from this we should kind of discuss is he said, so in terms of overall progression, unlocks, and content, we've really built upon what is really worked well. Okay. Thanks, Charlie Intel. What has really worked well for the community with Modern Warfare. And we think people and players will be really excited to check out everything Black Ops Cold War has to offer. So I don't know what they're talking about when it comes to the level progression system, but they said they've built upon what really worked well for the community in Modern Warfare. Nobody liked anything to do with the progression in Modern Warfare. So I don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
Great question.
Again, it's just typical Activision, so out of touch with what people actually want, and like so out of touch.
Yeah.
Yep. Maybe because their community manager blocks everybody on Twitter, so they don't actually know what people want, right? So the only people replying to the community manager are people that agree with her because she blocks everybody else.
Dude, they just made this echo chamber that they believe. Yeah. That and
could be true. You never know.
They made more money than any COD game ever this year, so they probably think that's a result of the quality of their game. When in reality, it's because of crossplay and a free-to-play BR.
Yeah.
Those are the only reasons. It is despite the fact that the game is shit, which we've said a lot. But yeah, great points. They'll learn fucking soon, dude. They will learn. When this year's sales, I don't know if they're going to be worse than MDubs. It's impossible to say. But it's possible that they are worse, and then they're going to be like, wait, what happened? And then maybe they'll start unblocking people and listening to...
Hey, wait, what? I thought everyone liked the game.
Fucking torrent of criticism that they've been getting on Twitter. So we'll see. Also, you can preload this shit game soon. So... per Charlie Intel. Let's see. PlayStation. The file sizes will be 95 gigs on PS4, 133 on PS5. And you can start pre-downloading it on November 5th at 9 p.m. in the correct time zone. So November 5th, 9 p.m. correct time zone.
That's crazy. So that's 24 hours away, basically, for PS4.
Correct. And that is Pacific Standard Time, of course. And then for Xbox, preloading will start at the same time. File sizes are roughly the same, 93 and 136 respectively. And then for PC, getting the shaft again, we can't preload until November 10th at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, which is totally fine with me, by the way.
I didn't know they announced it.
It's like 5 days early. Oh, Tanner's not going to be here.
Oh, it doesn't matter. I have 1 gig internet.
Okay.
I'll get home and download the game in 20 minutes.
Well, I'll keep it in
Plus,
mind
I already thought
sure.
about that. It doesn't matter. I have to get home and unpack the car. So the first thing I'll do is just start downloading the game.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
And then do everything else I need to do.
Yeah, it'll be fun. Yeah, it's better than leaving your computer running for a week just to download it. So, yeah.
I was thinking about it. Or having somebody turn my computer on. Maybe pay Gabriel Salprez to come over. Press the power button.
Yeah, well, okay. Keep that in mind. So, yeah, November 10th, 10 a.m. for PC. And the file size here, again, roughly the same. You can do multiplayer only, 35 gigs. Full game, 82. And then this is weird. If you want the full game on ultra graphics, you actually have to download more. 125 gigs.
Yeah. Do you know what the fuck that means? I think it's something to do with ray tracing.
I think it is texture packs.
That's so weird to me.
Because like in Skyrim, you can download a bunch of mods, and one of them is like high texture mod, and it's like a pretty big file, because it's like rendered like textures, which is like they take up a lot of space. So I think the ultra graphics thing is just a bunch of like super high res textures that that take up more space.
Yeah. So let me tell you though, none of you guys will need to do that, right? Because the specs you need to run that, so they're basing it off a 4K Ultra RTX. That's what they're calling it, right?
Oh.
So they say you need a 9900K or a Ryzen 3700X, a minimum 16 gigs of RAM, and a RTX 3080. So it's like
Jesus Christ.
K.
And that's to play on probably 120 frames.
I don't think it'd be that much. 4K Ultra RTX, it's going to be closer to like 60. Like,
yeah, 4K,
if that.
You're right. Yeah, good point.
It'll be like 60.
Yeah.
Probably a little bit better.
No, probably about 60 with those specs, actually.
I could play on it if I wanted to, you know? I could fuck around and play on it.
We didn't announce that.
I don't think we should. Well, I already said something in the Discord. I'm going to just post a picture on Twitter when I get it.
Okay.
Tomorrow, which is tomorrow, by the way.
I'll keep that in mind. So, anyways. Yeah. And then PC players can install specific game mode packs, which is actually quite cool. So you could do campaign and zombies, or not do zombies and only do campaign or whatever. So, I don't care. I have so many terabytes. But
yeah, we have so much memory, so much space, actually.
So, yeah,
not memory, space, storage space.
Yeah, it's actually not memory. Memory is technically RAM, random access memory is what that stands for.
Yeah.
I'm a computer wizard, as we learned on our seminal episode, award-winning episode, A Console is a Computer, where I definitely didn't get anything wrong about computers in general. That didn't happen because I'm an expert. As I said, random access memory. Also, Tanner brought up this point, and I never would have included this if he hadn't brought it up, but here's the tweet. Nvidia has announced a partnership with Activision. Purchasing an RTX 3080 or 3090 will include a copy of Black Ops Cold War on PC. That is not exactly what Tanner said, but it's related to what Tanner was saying about basically Nvidia has this like kind of relationship with Activision.
They do, yeah.
Tell us more about that.
Well, basically, Activision and Nvidia have like a partnership, right? So Nvidia creates their drivers to run seamlessly on Activision titles. Like Nvidia provides free graphics cards for Activision employees and stuff. I know that.
That's cool. I didn't know that.
I know that through my brother-in-law because he has a bunch of friends that work there. So they all get 3090 Founders Edition for free. It's not owned by them. Technically, it's Activision's property. So if they were to leave the company, you know, theoretically, they have to give it back. But they're all rocking 3090 Founders that they didn't pay for. So that's really cool. But the biggest thing about this is if you guys were thinking about switching to AMD GPUs, which is, what are they called? 6800, 6900X?
Something
I think that's
like
what they're called.
Yeah.
They're sounding really good. Like they're going to be a way better price point to performance than the Nvidia GPUs. But you guys have to keep in mind that what this means is Nvidia has a partnership with Activision. They're always going to have the best drivers for Warzone and Cold War, Modern Warfare, all of it. So it's like
everything Blizzard too, Overwatch, whatever.
Yeah. So even if this AMD GPU performs better in every other game, it may, I'm not saying for sure, there may be a chance that these Nvidia cards perform way better in Warzone and Cold War than the AMD cards would. So that's something to keep in mind.
Yes.
Because I mean they have that partnership. They are making the drivers tailored around this game. Like they're working together on this. So I think they're always going to have the best drivers to get you the most frames in the game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and of course, if the AMD cards are good enough, then they could overcome that like relationship. But there's a lot to be said for that. Like a driver that's like, you know, Because there's a lot to be said for that, which is a great point. And then also, a lot of you guys in the Discord like stream and shit. Nvidia cards have a dedicated chip called NVENC in their cards that are really fucking good at encoding, and that's really good for streaming.
Gives like no performance hit.
Because it's like virtually no performance hit. Maybe 1%, if that, because you're contributing a tiny bit to the heat and a tiny bit to the power draw, which theoretically could be going toward just gaming. But in reality, like I said, it's 1% or less, and it's probably less than 1% of an impact. So the NVENC chip is a very good reason to go Nvidia, even if you play other games besides Call of Duty, if you stream. It also has like the Nvidia filters, which are really cool, and they work pretty well. Now, I don't know if AMD has filters of that kind. I suspect they do. But from what I've been told, they have most of this shit, but it's just not as good as Nvidia's. So even if the card can just like fucking like push more frames, or it has more memory at a higher clock speed, maybe even better temps, even if all that's true, depending on what you do, it might not be worth going AMD for all of the reasons I just mentioned. And of course, if you only play COD, for the partnership reason as well. So
yeah, I think that'll have a big impact on it personally.
I do too. I actually do too. And I do too. So that's why I've decided to purchase an Nvidia 3080. What is it called? FTC? ACAB? What's the brand?
Jesus, XC3. It's EVGA XC3.
XC3. Okay. Yeah. I'm not an ACAB supporter. I think it's the dumbest movement on earth. XC3. Okay, whatever. EVGA XC3, which is like one of the OEM 3080s. I've purchased this off of Tanner Dropshot because he, of course, has connections. He's well connected.
I'm well connected.
So we got our hands on that, I guess. So
my dad is the CEO of EVGA.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind for sure. So
yeah.
So anyways, yeah, that's that on Nvidia. And then also you can get a 3080 and you get a fucking graphics card or whatever.
Yeah.
So, or excuse me, a graphics card. I wish.
The game.
I wish you buy Call of Duty, you get a 3080. No, other way around. You buy a 3080 or a 30 anything, I think.
That'd be pretty nice.
3080 or 3090 and you get Cold War on PC. So, anything to add here? TDS?
No.
Okay. So we are going to play some search and destroy. Is that correct?
We are.
Now, let me be super clear. We'll see how long that lasts. I'm very ready to play twice and then, like, break my monitor and we go do something else. But we're going to try.
I think it'll be fun.
I'll give it an honest try. I'll give it an honest try. So we're going to do that because, again, 8 days, 44 minutes, and 16 seconds left of this game. So I don't care what we do. It doesn't matter. So we're going to do that. But first, I'm going to wrap this bitch up. So, Tanner, go ahead and go live.
For sure, consider that.
While I do a thing. And that is this. iTunes reviews. If you write a review on iTunes and you leave us 5 stars, then I will read your review on this program, which is what we will be doing now. First one from AF275. Acceptable username. Join the Discord is the title of this review. Before I fire up my stream, twitch.tv/dadtickle275. That's a change it though. Right? That's a change it. First of all, dadtickle, the D and then the T, too many consonants. We're going to need a vowel, Chief. We're going to need a vowel there, right? Because dadtickle is very difficult to say. And I hate it actually. So change it. But twitch.tv/dadtical275. Go follow him. Shout out to Dadtickle. Before I fire up my stream there, I have to listen to the fastest, up and coming close podcast in gaming, hosted by Raz and Tanner. They aren't in some corporate suits pocket yet, so they bring up the real issues with COD that avid players of the game are having and can relate to. Not only is this your one stop for all your COD news, these young men are your best source for well, okay, I don't endorse this statement. These young men are your best source for political commentary and investment advice. Okay, well, those things are not true, absolutely. But we are in fact a one-stop shop for your COD news. So Dadticle275 on Twitch, give him a follow. Thank you for the analytics, and absolutely change your Twitch name. Take out all the numbers and also change it. Maybe Dadical, Dadical. I'd have to shop it more because I hate that too, right? I don't know what it would be, but this is too many consonants back to back. So, have you tried saying your own username out loud? Would be my question. Say Dadticle. I can do it, but it's not great. So, anyways, thank you for the analytics. And I appreciate the kind words on a serious note, brother. Thank you. And this next one is from a name that I will not even attempt to say. Absolutely change it. This one's short and sweet. Obviously a 5-star. This podcast is obviously a 5-star. True. True. Thank you, sir or madam. I can't tell because your username is the worst thing I've ever seen. But thank you for the analytics. And then this last one is interesting. This is from Loose Change It, which I like, actually, as this name. Loose Change is the name of like a YouTube documentary on like Tower 7 or something, which was like a really popular YouTube documentary on 9/11. And it came out like 2005 or some shit, like a couple of years later. It's called Loose Change. I recognize that immediately. So you combine Loose Change with Change It, I think, or it's a massive coincidence. But anyways, the title of this review is Industrial Society and Its Future. Now, he punctuated its correctly because it's a possessive its, and this is an unusual word where if its is written possessively, it is not it does not have an apostrophe. Most people don't know that. If you're saying it is, you put the apostrophe there. But if you're using it in the possessive form, its future, no apostrophe. Now, what does that tell you? That Loose Change It writes well? Of course not, right? Of course he doesn't. He listens to this podcast. He's dumb. He's dumb like all of you because you're listening to a podcast about a video game, of course. So he copy and pasted something. And this is, by the way, that was a joke, obviously. But anyways, the contents of this review, I absolutely will not be reading. I skimmed through it. I read the first sentence, and it sounds like it could be one of two things. It is either an excerpt, one of three things. It is either from Das Kapital by Karl Marx, who you might have heard of, or the Communist Manifesto, or the Unabomber's Manifesto, Ted Kaczynski. It is one of those three things. I'm almost positive. That's really what it sounds like. Let me read you the first sentence. You guys can maybe help me out. The Industrial Revolution and its consequences have been a disaster for the human race. They have greatly increased the life expectancy of those of us who live in advanced countries, but they have destabilized society, have made life unfulfilling, have subjected human beings to indignities, have led to widespread psychological suffering, in the third world to physical suffering as well, and have inflicted severe damage on the natural world. Okay, so if he's saying the third world, this is almost certainly the Unabomber. That all sounds like it's too close to present day to have been Marx, I think. So he wrote an excerpt from the Unabomber's Manifesto, who was a serial killer, by the way. So thanks for that, I guess. Loose Change It.
I guess.
It amused me reading that. I'm going to look up who that was written by, if I remember to tomorrow, but I didn't want to. I wanted to speculate live. So thanks for the analytics. And I'm absolutely not reading a whole excerpt of that. So, last point here before we sign the fuck off and play Search and Destroy. How about these elections, Tanner?
Oh, dear God.
What are your thoughts?
I think either way, it ends very badly, and the next few months could be very bad. I don't know. Trump is the type of guy to actually try to stay in office, even if he loses. Like he'll try to find every excuse possible to stay in office, no matter how illegal it may be. However, if he wins, I think the rioting, the widespread looting, I think it'll be the worst we've ever seen. It's weird because everything's been extremely calm today. And I guess it's because he's technically down. He's down in the ditch right now. I don't know though, dude.
Great.
It's not looking good at all for him.
It's not looking great.
It's looking fucking terrible for him, actually. Yeah.
Yeah. I wouldn't go that far. He's still got a chance, but it's not looking.
Yeah, he doesn't.
He does. But it's not looking great. So.
Yeah.
We will fucking see. But like if Biden wins, first of all, we have a geriatric in the White House. So you'd be electing President Kamala Harris, which in theory is fine. But if we're going to elect Kamala Harris to be the president, we should be writing Kamala Harris on the ticket, not Joe Biden. Right?
Yeah.
Like if we're going to elect someone, let's elect them. Let's not elect them through fiat. Essentially, which is what would happen. Number one. And then number two, Trump has already sued 3 states. He's brought a lawsuit against 3 states for like election fraud or something. I haven't looked into it too much, but he's throwing a fit, as they say.
As they say.
So if he loses, then he's still in office until like January or some shit. Mm-hmm. And for those 2 months, it's not going to be super fun, right? He's going to have some words.
He'll do his best to fuck a lot of things up if that's the case. Like purposely.
Yeah, of course. Oh, he'll
burn the White House down, quite literally.
It'll be scorched DC policy for sure.
No matter how this ends, this is going to be an awful time for the country, I believe.
Yeah, so and if Trump wins, which is looking like an outside chance, but it is possible, then the Antifa is going to take to the streets, and every small business or big business or police station that you've ever seen will be in ruins.
Will be burned to the ground.
Will be burned to the ground. There will be massive riots. So there's no good way that nothing good happens now.
No. It's not great.
And this was foreshadowed by 2 sitting members of the United States Congress live streaming Among Us on twitch.tv, the very same website you find yourself at now, right? Sitting Congress members were using this platform unironically. If that is not a sign that Rome is burning, then you're just not paying attention. Because when you have sitting members of Congress playing video games on Twitch TV, the Republic's shot. It's done, right?
Yeah.
It's done. I mean, it's a fucking joke. And now that foreshadowing occurred, and here we are. There's no good solution to this election. The best case scenario for the election would have been one person fucking blows the other one out of the water, and it's indisputable.
Yeah.
But the fact that it's this close...
Or Russia blowing us out of the water would have helped too.
Or a nuclear holocaust.
Blowing us, of
biblical proportions. That would have been something for sure. It would have solved the election problem.
Yeah.
Because then Antifa wouldn't have any buildings to burn. Okay, yeah, but whatever. That's just the United States. I have no thoughts on it other than that, and I don't care. Because I've said this before, and I'll say it again. Biden is shit. Trump is shit. If you want to run for president, that is a disqualifying character flaw for someone who should be president. So you'll never have a good president. Because if you want to be the president, you're an insane person and a narcissist and a sociopath. But if you're not any of those things, then you won't want to be president, so then you won't be president. So they're both shit, like pretty much every president must be to be in the fucking general election.
Yeah.
And these people, on top of that, are too old. Let's get younger people who are not on the cusp of death next time. That would be great.
Be a young, attractive female or something.
Well, okay. That'll work. I wrote in AOC, of course, in that vein. So that's a joke.
Yeah.
I didn't fucking vote. How about that?
Yeah.
Don't care.
It doesn't matter what you vote for in California.
Yeah, it does matter because you can vote down ballot for shit that actually does matter.
That's the only thing that matters. The president.
I should have voted,
doesn't matter.
to be honest, but I just didn't. So I work.
Well, of course you should have, because
so.
Every single added tax that was on the ballot got passed. Because people in California love paying taxes, even though we're already taxed to death. And then like, oh, it's just a small tax increase. Oh, so were the last 40 tax increases you passed, right? Over the last 8 years. True. So it's like, okay, it's so fucking dumb.
True.
If you vote for tax increases, you can suck me off.
True.
I'll drive on dirt roads. I don't give a fuck. I have a Jeep. I don't need roads. Get the fuck out of here with your taxes. Suck me off.
Yeah, amen.
And the Fed.
And the Fed.
Amash for president 2024, Justin Amash.
Okay. Well, Tanner does not speak for the Dropshot Ecology podcast.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. The Federal Reserve is neither federal nor a reserve. So with that, we will leave you. The best way to support us, of course, patreon.com/thedropshot. The entire catalog of bonus episodes and 4 bonus episodes per month, $5 a month. There's other shit available. See the website for details. Patreon.com/thedropshot. Go there now. Also, reminder, we are happily accepting donations online and offline for our extremely expensive website that we are building. We need help. We can do it without you, but we'd prefer your help. So go see the links and please give us money if you have some to waste. Follow me on Twitter at Razinon, Twitch at Razinon, Instagram RazinontTV. Tanner, where can we find you?
Twitch.tv/Tanner Dropshot, of course, and Twitter at Tanner Dropshot.
You have Amazon Prime. Link it to your Twitch account. Give Tanner your Twitch Prime sub. It's included in the price of your Amazon Prime that you already pay for. Rate us 5 stars on iTunes. Subscribe to the YouTube. Less than 150 away, bitch, from monetizing. Which I will need because I'm gonna be going into debt to purchase this website. So help me and sub to the YouTube. It's free. It costs you nothing. And I'm very close to monetizing. We also have 2 merch stores. See the links for those. Join the fucking Discord, of course. And last, but certainly not least, an extra special thank you to our Damascus patrons. Mr. Salmonella, Jay Pritch, Slivovitz, Jake Downs, Erosio, Rainman, Sandstoner, Tequila Sir Rockingbird, Face Esquire, Tyler H, Gift Curse, Adam H, Sniff Sniff Hambone, change it, Jimmy M, Von Trapp, Optimus Primed, Aussie Menace, Vesturg, Gododo, Josh V, Papa Shido, Civ, Dread Pirate Roberts, Sly, Dr. J Webb, Patrick C, Derek R, Wade M, It's the Pickle, That Dirty Clap, Killacam, Pre-Shock, Garrett S, Michael C, Jada Pinkett Smith, Lemur Party, Freeze, The Dave Daily, Young Evan, Read a Book, Deacon Cheese, Rizzle Music, Sean B, Manny Marr, Derek C, Samuel, Cope Cowboy, Notoriety, and the Dropshot Patriarch, our one and only Obsidian patron, the Vaping Viking. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for listening. We are going to go try our hand at Search and Destroy. Have an excellent evening, of course. And as always, remember, stay humble.
Stay humble.
Thanks for watching this episode of the Dropshot, a Call of Duty podcast. Be sure to like and subscribe because in addition to full episodes like this, we've also got clips from the show,
as well as gameplay breakdowns and more on the channel. The show is streamed live on twitch.tv/Razinon every Wednesday and Saturday at 7 p.m. Pacific time. So give us a follow over there, make sure to turn on notifications, and you can chat with us live during the podcast. And of course, we are available wherever you listen to podcasts. Just search for the Dropshot on your favorite podcast app and make sure to give us a follow. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time, and as always, remember, stay humble.